Hi. If you could pass this along. I have a bunch of carpet gripper that's sitting on the floor that I have to take to the skip, so I might be a couple of minutes here. I'm just going to run some ads, and I'll be here as soon as I can, okay? I planned out my time very poorly. I'll be here soon, though. Oh no, the ad didn't work. No. We need to add to that command. Oh no, what's in my hair? I can't wait to tell you guys what I've been doing today. It was not planned. It's not a planned situation. And now I need a shower so bad, but I'll do it after stream. It's fine. This is what Sunday afternoon DOOGER is all about. It's just showing up and being like, bro. Yeah, need to add the new chickens, the sheep. Are there any others? I don't think so. I think it's just the chickens and the sheep. I'm a bit quiet. I shouldn't be. We do. We have sheep, and they're so cute. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm going to run a couple of ads. I know, I'm like 25 minutes late. I'm going to run a couple of ads while I change that command, because otherwise one is going to automatically start in 10 minutes. The music was still going. That's why. Get out of here, Goofy. Okay, hold on. Yeah, here we go. So, let's get into our bot. What are the sheep's names? One of them is Coco. I'm trying to remember what the other one's name is. They both have C names. Coco and... Do I have my phone? I do. Hold on. Hold on. We'll ask their mother. What are the sheep's names? Animals. Edit. I'm not taking Frank off of there, even though we haven't seen him in a long time. 2 geese. Some ferrets. What's hilarious is I still don't know the ferrets' names. I should ask sometime. Okay, I'll be more specific here. 3 dogs named Mabel, Annie, and Nellie. 2 tortoises named Sullivan and... Sal. I don't remember what Sal stands for, though. 2 sheep named Coco and something else. I'll just put question marks. 4 chickens who are Cindy, Nimona, Vivi, and oh my God, what was the last one? I have to go back. We have to go back. Oh my gosh, Sam and I had, never mind, I'm not going to say that yet. We're still on ad time. We didn't have anything. Don't worry about it. Search for Cindy. Lizzie is the last one. Oh my gosh. And Lizzie. And a Sam. Save. Okay. Okay. Ad time should be done. According to the system. No, Sam is still in Japan. He said he's really missing us, though. We had like an hour and a half phone call. Sam and I are not phone call people. We haven't had like a long phone call in years. But we're not apart super often, especially not for this long, you know? And today I was like, oh my gosh, do you want to just like hang out and talk for a little bit? Because he's not doing anything, or rather he's taking like a battery recharge day. And I was like, Clarky's at a sleepover. Do you want to just talk? And we just hung out and talked for so long. It was so nice. It's very sweet in the IRL streams when he says, I have to get this for Dodger or Clark. Aw. Oh, we did buy a farm. Oh my gosh. So this morning, I've been threatening for a while to rip all of the carpet off of the stairs. And any of you who spend a lot of time around little kids, you know how much they like, you don't notice it as much until they're not around when they're normally around, but like you suddenly, sometimes, I shouldn't say always, but sometimes when they're not around, when your brain thinks they should be, you have this like jolt of energy that is normally reserved for kid time, and you don't know what to do with it. So I moved the litter box. It turns out Sam was right, and it fit perfectly fine in the closet without having to destroy anything. So I was like, amazing. So I moved the litter robot into the closet. I'm going to take that door off, I think, for now, just because otherwise there's a door there that's annoying and just kind of like sitting in the hallway because it has to just stay open. So I think I'm just going to take that door off. But then I was like, oh my gosh, that room that the litter box has been in is freezy now. And I started to pick at the carpet a little bit. And I pulled a little bit of it up and I was like, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this right now. This is a whole room's worth of carpet. We have nowhere to put it. We have a skip currently for some like construction work that's been going on, but it does not have enough room for an entire bedroom's worth of carpet, right? So I was like, I'm not doing this right now. So I went downstairs and I was like, I could do just like a couple steps of the stairs though. So I ripped up the bottom landing, and underneath, in classic like TikTok renovator style, underneath is beautiful dark hardwood. And I was like, well, now I have to rip all of it off. So I did. And I highly recommend it. It was such a fun impulse. I had so much fun. I'm still having fun. The problem, though, the issue is that when you rip up carpet, you can't just rip up the carpet and be like, cool, I'll do the rest later. Because what keeps the carpet there are these wood strips with little nails, like tiny little spikes in them, called carpet grippers. And they're everywhere to hold the carpet in place. And if someone steps on those, who knows what diseases you're getting. And also you're bleeding a lot. Tack strips, yes. So I was like, all right. I've ripped off all of this carpet and all of the padding that was underneath it. And now I guess I have to also rip up the tack strips. Keep in mind, I started this project an hour before stream was supposed to start. And I was like, okay, let's see if I can figure out how to get these up. So I used a butter knife and a hammer. And then after doing a couple of those, I messaged my father-in-law and I was like, is there a better way to do this? And he was like, I normally use a screwdriver and a hammer. I was like, all right, cool. So it's the same. So the answer is no. This is the way. So, kept doing that. I was occasionally checking my phone to be like, how much time has gone by? And when I tell you that I got the last tack strip up right at 1 o'clock, and then looked around and went, but I also can't just leave it. I can't just leave a bunch of splintered wood with nails in it on the ground. I have cats in this house, right? So I ran up here, started stream, and for the like 40 something people that were here within the first couple of minutes, I was like, hey guys, FYI, I will not be here for a few minutes because I have to get a bunch of carpet gripper in the skip before I start stream. So here we are. The last thing that I need to do is there's a ton of staples in the wood. And then I have to sand it. I'll show you a picture. It is ugly and also beautiful. The wood is beautiful. The paint situation, the things that have been done to this wood need to be undone. This is what it looks like currently. So all these like weird little tufts are like bits of the padding trapped by staples. So I just need to rip all of those out. But then I need to sand all of it and then restain it. But it's beautiful. It's really pretty. So much potential, right? Oh my God. The carpeting is so ugly, you guys. It was so ugly and just really old, and the cats were scratching it up, and I was like, I hate this. And I had said to Sam before he left, I was like, how are you going to feel if you come back and I've ripped all of the carpet off of the stairs? And he was like, well, I don't think I would care, really. So, fantastic. You love the wallpaper? I'm not a fan. It is this wallpaper is everywhere. The entire top floor is this wallpaper. And I think if I leave this wallpaper in like one spot, maybe I'll be fine with it. But because it is everywhere, I hate it. I do not like it. Yeah, so maybe I'll leave it on just the stairs and do something else with the rest. I know, that sexy hand wallpaper is so good. Yeah, the people who were in this house last love wallpaper. They love it. They put wallpaper in every single room, and so that wallpaper is all over the top floor. And then Clark's room covered in wallpaper. All of the bedrooms are completely covered in wallpaper. And all of them are like really loud to me, just like really loud prints for wallpaper. And then the downstairs is nothing's cohesive, but it's all wallpaper. So, Hi, Summer. I'm excited to play with you tomorrow as well. If you didn't know, Summer and I played DOOGER, which is a really interesting side-scrolling like co-op puzzle game. We played a bunch of it on Monday. We're going to be finishing it tomorrow. So. Oh my God. I spent so much time getting rid of all the wallpaper in the new house. They even put some on the ceiling. Yeah. I think it was Lamia forever ago who was like, I'm just praying that when you start trying to take wallpaper off, that there aren't layers of wallpaper. And there is one spot that I was picking at the wallpaper and was like, no, there's wallpaper under the wallpaper. And I was talking about it with my in-laws who are very DIY. And they were like, bro, at a certain point, it might be nice to just call a guy and be like, can you get how much to take all of the wallpaper off of this house? It's like, I'm considering it. There is honestly just one area with wallpaper in this house where I love it. It's like a weird, like kind of subtle, like disco ball like thing. And it's just cute. I like it a lot. And the rest of it, I'm just not a fan. So I have a wallpaper steamer. I do. And I have spent so much time trying to take the wallpaper off of the walls of a specific room. And sometimes, no matter how much I steam it, it will not come off the wall. On the upside, for an old house, wallpaper is better than lead paint. So true. So true. Subtle and disco never go in the same sentence. It's really hard to describe, but I promise you, it's like, I guess like, any word that I come up with sounds loud, but I was going to say it's kind of iridescent. Like, I don't know. It's nice though. I like it. I watched This Old House and they scored the wallpaper and then sprayed it with liquid solution so that it soaked it. Interesting. Like took a utility knife and just cut slashes in it and then sprayed it down. That's very interesting. They used a scoring tool. Oh, okay. I guess that makes more sense. I was like, how did they not cut the wall? Yeah. You know what? Honestly, the sort of like really neat houses, the way that people are starting to innovate making houses right now, is so cool. And people are trying to like come up with really, unique eco-friendly ways to like 3D print houses and all of this shit. It's very cool. Don't get an old house unless you are like, you know what I love? You know what I love? Looking everywhere and being like, I should fix that one day. If that's not fun for you, I'm having a blast doing these stairs right now. The second that I started ripping up the carpet, something in my brain was like, yes, let's go. Rip it all up, right? I've enjoyed every second of it. Sam would hate this. The only reason we got an older house is because I was like, I will like doing this shit. Because he knows himself and he knows he will not enjoy doing that shit, right? So, yeah, dude, if reno does not sound fun to you, or you don't have the funds to like pay someone to renovate, get a new build. Get a new build, or one of these like capsule houses or something. Like, absolutely. Sam's office is done and it looks amazing. He's set. Yeah. And that was another thing that he had said. If he's watching, I love you, honey. That was another thing that he had said was like, I don't care where we are. We can go anywhere. We can be in the middle of fucking nowhere on a farm, which we are, which we are now. But pre buying the farm, he was like, I don't care where we are as long as we're able to get good internet there, and I have a nice office. If I have a nice place where I feel comfy that I can go and just decompress and do my job and, you know, do the things that I find fun, then whatever. The rest of it, I don't care. I'll help out with whatever. I'll do whatever. I just need like a me space. And he has that. Yeah, Summer. My mom said the same thing. Not to compare you to my mom, Summer, but my mom was like, "Oh my gosh, if I had the extra funds to just fly out there, we would have gotten so much done while Sam was out of town." I was like, "Dude, we would have." It does. It does, yeah. So the top part, there's no coffee there anymore. So his Super Saiyan charge up will slowly deplete. I wish his hair changed. His hair color doesn't change, though. It would be fine if his hair color went back to black. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. Da 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 da. When my father-in-law needs to just zone out, he'll pressure wash the roof. So sometimes I'll come home and he's just on a ladder pressure washing the roof. He loves it. Real man of genius. Yeah, we've got a bunch of trees planted. We've got a plum tree and a cherry tree now as well. Those obviously weren't part of the grant thing, but yeah, we've got a couple more trees to add to the orchard. And we built a fence yesterday. I didn't do any of the big stuff with that because I had to take Clark to various birthdays and things. But we built a fence. Because my mother-in-law was like, we took the time to build this gorgeous garden, and the number of animals that just kind of free roam on this property now that will 100% eat everything we plant is just going up. So she was like, we need to do something about that. So we put up a fence. And yeah, now we've got a couple sheep. The sheep keep hanging out near the chicken coop. It's very cute. I don't know if they like the sounds the chickens make, but yeah, the sheep are adorable. They're just kind of roaming around. The geese have seemed to chill out a lot, and I don't know if it's because the sheep are here and they're like, "What's your deal?" You know? I have not watched The Geekenders with Jesse Cox featuring Jesse Cox. We have 4 chickens. They're doing amazing. They're doing so well. Two of them, they're cowls, the like red things on top of chickens' heads. Two of them, their cowls were like almost white, which is usually like a malnutrition, stress sort of sign. Their cowls should be red, and And both of them, since like bringing them here and putting them in the coop and stuff and taking care of them, they're starting to turn red again. Do you worry about foxes attacking the sheep? No. No. I think foxes are really smart. And I don't think they're going to try and wolves, sure. Like bigger predators, sure. I'm not worried about foxes though. The foxes we've seen out here like pretty scraggly little things. I don't think we need to worry about the sheep. Foxes will for sure kill your chickens. Yeah, I know. Foxes have killed some of our chickens before, but thank you. They were asking about sheep. I'm not worried about a fox killing the sheep. No. Yep, we have 3 dogs. And of course, the smallest one is the most vicious one. So. Question mark is my favorite sheep. I can't remember the name of the other one. So I'm asking my sister-in-law. Clarky's adventures in roller skating are going great. She's continuing to skate a little bit every day. I would not, on my bingo card for this year, my kid becoming obsessed with roller skating was not on there. It was not on there. She loves it. She loves it and is getting like really confident. She's doing so well. Yeah. We found a place. It's not close, but we found a place that will do lessons for little kids. So I've messaged them to be like, hi, when's your next like level 1 sort of class? So we'll see what they say. She's had falls, but she's pretty good about falling safely so far. And also, she always wears all of her like protective gear. Always. She's really like vigilant about it, which I'm very grateful for. So. Yeah, people ice skate in England. I was explaining roller derby to her. She was like, I want to go watch. But I don't know if roller derby is seasonal, but there are teams, but none of them have a schedule right now to be playing. So. Activities like lessons for things. If you want me to list off everything that she likes to do, it's too much. But lessons that she takes, she does ballet. And that's it right now. She really loves ballet. She's been doing ballet for a while. And yeah, she wants to do martial arts, which Sam and I are all for. And she now really wants roller skating lessons. So we'll do like a taster session of martial arts. I would love for her to get into that because both Sam and I really enjoyed doing martial arts when we were young. There's a she doesn't have like a specific martial art she wants to do. It's so for us, we're just kind of like, okay, if there's a class for her age range that seems like it would be, you know, the sort of thing that she'd enjoy. There's a place that does like an introduction to martial arts sort of class that's like, we're not teaching you any specific martial art, but we're going to like sort of explain to you the sorts of things or like show you the sorts of things that you might be learning and like what it is and that sort of stuff. So it's more like it's for little kids, so it's more like play based to sort of get them into the idea of like what they would be doing, which I think would be good. Oh my gosh, 3 of you suggested judo in a row. Judo for kids. British judo. Cute. Yeah. Okay. I'll look. Like 10 of you have said go for judo. So I'll look into judo, dude. This one says you have to be 7. Okay. That's for 3 to 4-year-olds. I need something in the middle, dude. It's fine. I'll look for this later. Hi, Brett. How are you, dude? Oh my gosh, all my fingers are itchy. I wore gloves. I wore gloves the whole time I was doing the stairs, but I don't know. Maybe it's like psychosomatic. Yeah, martial arts is for specifically 3 to 4-year-olds and then 7 and up. If you're 5 or 6, no. Take a break. Touch grass. Yeah, 5 to 6-year-olds are banned. Absolutely not. Da 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 da. my goodness. I messaged my sister-in-law. I had gotten a couple of videos and things, and it seems like they're having a great time. But I was like, hey, my mother-in-law, our mother-in-law, just for the sake of this story, right? My mother-in-law said that, she's going to come over later and we'll bring Clark home. Is that okay? Or do you think that she might feel better seeing me? And my sister-in-law was like, I mean, she asked if she can spend the night again, so I think she's doing okay. It's like, all right, good to know. I'll let someone else break it to her that she cannot sleep over a second time. Thank goodness, though, because as we all know, I'm going to be spending like 2 hours pulling staples out of stairs. So this is what, look, you can be impulsive. I was impulsive today and I don't regret it. But the only reason that I don't regret it is because no one's like, I didn't have to worry about a child needing to run upstairs and then stubbing their toe on 18 staples, you know? Yeah, be impulsive responsibly. Exactly. You get it. Yeah, for those of you who weren't here for the very start, I ripped up all of the carpet on our stairs. And underneath is like this gorgeous dark wood, which is awesome. But then I needed to get the tack strips up, and now I have to get all of the staples off. It became a safety hazard really quickly. So I was like, wow, I'm so glad I did this. I'm having a great time. But also, oops. Oh, it's okay. It's fun. Like I was saying, this sort of thing's fun for me. I haven't done a project like this in so long. That I'm having a blast. I'm having a good time. I did not watch Geekenders, no. So I haven't seen whatever goofy guts stuff Jesse did. I have like a small sander, but I don't think I would need to research about like what sandpaper grit I need to be doing this. I doubt that I have the right sandpaper for this. But I have a little sander, so. When I was younger, we remodeled my mama's house in Bumfuck, Kentucky. And we found a combination of very normal teenage graffiti on the floor and occult things. Nice. Okay. I just found old paint. I ripped up the carpet and found a lot of old paint on these stairs. But to answer your question, I want to get the staples up as quick as possible, hopefully before my kid gets home. And then I don't have to stress about sanding right away, you know? Yeah, we love a pentagram under the carpet, dude. Yeah, I'm not too worried. I think it'll be okay. I haven't played Portal Reloaded, no. Oh my god. I finished Help Meet. Are you guys ready for book time? Okay, really short book time. I read Help Meet. I finished it. So I had said, when I was like halfway through the book, I had said, hey, FYI, I wasn't given this heads up. But there's a novella called Help Meet that I was recommended. And the pitch that I was given was, it's a husband and wife, and the wife is trying to take care of the husband. The husband is sick, and his sickness is very mysterious, and weird things are happening, right? And I was like, okay, sure. First off, the writing is beautiful. It is so well written, which might be a problem if you don't like body horror. This whole book is body horror. The way the husband is a surgeon, the wife used to be a nurse. The way that they describe his illness, the things that are happening to his body, the way that she has to take care of him, the way that he's declining, is detailed, extremely detailed. So that as weird, mysterious shit is happening, that is also very detailed. And it sort of like leads you into this weird mental place of like, wait, this is weird, right? Like this thing that's happening now, that's a weird thing, right? It's weird. In the end, I'm not going to tell you what the ending of this book was. I'm not going to tell you what the mystery is at all. If you're fine with that, with what I've just described, I highly recommend this book. It was so weird, but in a way where I was like, I think I loved that. Can we spoiler finger? Because I can't read body horror. Sure. Do you guys want to spoiler finger about Help Meet? It's both a warning and a strong recommendation. That's what I'm saying. For me, if somebody's like, hey, it describes like taking care of a sick person in like super detail, there's body horror in it, I'm fine with that. But I think it's a really good heads up for somebody to have. Okay. Ready? If my finger is up and you don't want to know about Helpmeet, HELPMEET, the novella, then mute now. And when my finger goes down, you can unmute. Ready? Okay. So in this book, they think that the husband is syphilitic. They make it really clear that he was not like faithful to his wife at all. So they're like, he has syphilis. They bring in a doctor who's like, I'm the like leading syphilis doctor, basically. He comes to see the guy and immediately is like, it's not syphilis, I don't know what it is, and leaves. And the wife's like, okay. We see pretty much the whole book from the perspective of the wife taking care of the husband. It describes that like his eyes have like slowly just sort of disintegrated. His genitals like fell off, like they're just gone. His nose has fallen off, like his whole body is just like falling to pieces, right? And no one can tell them what it is. And he has an old manor house out in the country, and he's like, I think I'm gonna die soon. If you can make, any preparations necessary for us to go to my country home and I can die peacefully out there, I would love that. And she makes it really clear in the book, like, she knew she was never like under the assumption that this man was ever loyal to her. or anything like that. But she loved him a lot. She loved his brain. She loved talking to him. So she was very like, absolutely, let's go to the country. We'll spend some quality time together before you die. So they go to the country, and literally the second they get there, keep in mind this is a novella, so everything happens pretty quickly, right? They get to the country. The second that they're there, and the husband keeps being like, she talks about how her husband always referred to illnesses as though they were people. So when his eyes started to like go away, he would say, "It's sipping at my eyes," right? Like weird, creepy shit like that. And whenever other people are in the room and the wife isn't there, they see the body moving in weird ways, and they'll go to her and be like, "This body, like he's doing like weird shrugs, or he's laughing," and she's like, "No, he's not." "No, he's not. You saw like a weird convulsion because of XYZ." And they're like, "That's not what I saw," right? Anyways, so sorry. I go into too much detail. I'm trying to do this fast. So they get to the house, and he's talking about how he's like, "It's starting to eat at my back," or something like that. And she's like, "Okay." And he was like, "I really think that you should look at my back." And he talks about how he thinks he knows who gave him this illness. And he describes a woman that he met at a bar, and he was doing his normal thing and was like, "Baby, I'm going to treat you so good." Right? Like, and she was like, "Okay." Gave him a fake name. They went to like a hotel or something, boned. And then she reached for his face and slipped 2 fingers under his eyelid. Why this man would let a person do that, I don't know. Slipped 2 fingers under his eyelid and was basically like, "I'll see you one day, very soon." Because she had said something creepy like, "I want to have you." And then they had sex, and she was like, "But I didn't get to have you, did I? You had me. And one day I'll find you and I will have you," sort of a thing. So he's describing all this, and he's like, "I think she did something to me because that's when this started." What in the hell am I hearing? I know. So the wife starts to panic because she's like, "I keep trying to convince myself that I'm not seeing the weird shit that I'm seeing." But she was like, "I keep thinking that I see him crying fingernails." What? So she comes back. She like needs a minute to collect herself because she's like, "What the fuck is happening to my husband?" Goes back in, and he has stood up naked because she had stripped him down so she could redo his bandages. He stood up naked and ran out of the house. And she was like, "What the fuck?" So she runs after him. He's running through the woods. He falls, and she grabs him and tries to pull him into the light because she can't see him, and realizes that there is a gigantic hole in his back. Not only is there a hole in the back, she says that it looks almost like a flower, like his skin is like bloomed. And inside, he has no blood. There's no blood in his body. And she's like, "What the fuck?" And then a creature, a plant creature, comes out of the woods and talks to her with his voice. And she's like, "What are you?" And this creature is like explaining that like it crawled out of her husband basically, and is like, "I've been doing this forever. I need a host." And then I slowly take each of their senses. For some reason, and I'll never know why, the first thing that happens is the genitals fall off, and then I slowly take the eyes, the nose, the ears, and the voice. And then I use all of the fluids to bring myself to life, basically. And it says that the lady that he met that was like, I will have you, had done a ritual thing to bring this thing to life because she wanted to use it. And it was like, I have no intention of being used. So I'm not doing that. Are you sad about losing your husband, basically? And she's like, yeah, I was very devoted to him. I loved him. And this thing says to her, would you like to become one with your husband? And she's like, yeah. And so this thing helps their bodies to mold into one. This thing, the lady that summoned the plant creature shows up at the country house and is like, I'm here for my plant monster, basically. The plant monster kills her and takes her body and is like, bye, I'm going to go live my life. See you around. Rides off into the sunset, and the husband and wife slowly meld into one creature. And she describes like their brains becoming one brain, their bodies becoming one body, and how over time she becomes like this really mysterious person in this village. And just starts running an orchard there and becomes like a person in the village that everybody is like kind of creeped out by. There's something about her that's really weird. And it's because it's her and her husband like mixed into one person. And at the very end, it describes that there is a seed from this plant monster inside of the body, but the creature promised her that it wouldn't use their body until they died. And that's the end of the book. That's the book. And to be clear, again, I loved it. The writing in this book was gorgeous. And if it wasn't, this book would not work. It would not work. It's too weird. But because it was such a weird book written in such a beautiful, poetic way, while also having this visceral, like very descriptive elements of like what is happening to this guy's body. It's called Helpmeet, Helpmeet. The book cover is like a black room with a wife standing in a doorway with light shining on her. So there you go. And after that book, I was like, all of the novellas I have queued up are meant to be kind of creepy. And I don't know if I want another creepy thing right now. So I downloaded another novella called A Very Odd Reader or something like that. And it's a comedy book about the queen getting super into reading and badgering everybody about all of the cool books that she's read. And everybody says it's really cute and funny. So I was like, this is good. This is good. I'm going to read this and then I'll read the next fucked up thing that I have queued up. Rolock, welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you so much. No, I read them. No, they're like 110 page books. I haven't read Legends and Lattes. I've heard it's very cute though. How do you find them? I look up novella recommendations and depending on the person, they'll recommend a bunch of really weird ones, a bunch of really spicy ones, or just like cute short stories. So, as you can probably tell, I watched a few different like recommendation videos and read a few different recommendation lists. I tend to go for stuff that's a bit more like surreal and weird, especially in a short story, because I don't know, I like it. And I know that if it's surreal and weird in a way that I'm not into, it's a short read anyway. And I'll probably power through and finish it, which will not happen if it's a novel. If it's a whole ass like 300 pages, I won't do it. But 100, sure, I'll push through, you know. Novellas and we're getting along really well currently, but Help Meet has been recommended in so many lists of like kind of creepy or interesting novellas. So novellas are so good because they don't overstay their welcome. Yeah. I'm trying to consistently read again, and novellas have been a really good way for me to do that. Because if it's 100 pages, that's probably like 2 or 3 sittings for me. If I'm really into it, I could read 100 pages in one sitting if I'm really into it. But if I'm just like casually reading it, it'll probably take me like 2 or 3 sit downs to finish that. Which is totally doable, you know, and it gets me used to the feeling of finishing a book, which I don't do very often. But yeah, so the last one that I talked about was A Short Stay in Hell, and I really did not like that book. That book and I were not having a good time together. And that's another one that gets recommended all the time and has really good reviews. So you just never know. But again, it was only like 112 pages. So fuck it. I just powered through and I finished it. And then I was able to say with perfect clarity, I did not like that book. Goodness. Yeah. A year ago or 2 years ago, we had a conversation similar to this on stream. And at the time, I don't think novellas were really brought up, but what was brought up, along the lines, the concept of I have trouble finishing books, but I really want to get used to finishing books again and sort of try and fall back in love with reading. What a lot of people had recommended was start reading a kids series. So I started reading Artemis Fowl again. Another one that apparently is really fun to read as an adult is Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Is apparently just so unhinged and funny to read when you're an adult. But kids series are they have to be short to be, manageable for a lot of kids. So Naven Ruthnam is the helpmeet that I read. Yes, I was looking at how long because I couldn't remember how long the Percy Jackson books were, and I was like, maybe it's time to read Percy Jackson again, because I never stuck with those books. They're 350 pages. But 350 pages of fun. You know? Yes. Yeah. I brought the Nevermore book inside yesterday, planning to read it in bed, and then fell asleep so quick. Those 2 birthdays followed by a stream. It took it out of me, dude. I didn't even open the book. I didn't even open the book. I brought the book in. I sat on my bed. And the next thing that I remember is waking up from a really weird dream. Oh my God, I'm just remembering this now. I had a really weird dream. I had a dream that a friend of ours called up Sam and I and was like, hey, my dad has just had a new baby. And I was like, oh, that's amazing. And he was like, no, my dad should not have this baby. We need to set up a heist to steal this baby. And for some reason, I was super down. I was like, absolutely. When are we doing it? And the whole dream was heisting a baby, stealing this baby. And then fucking Ryan from Ryan's World on YouTube was also at this house. And our friend was like, we also got to get Ryan out of here. I was like, all right, Ryan, come on, bud. Brought them both back to our house with full intentions of like, these are my children now. And and then said to Sam, how are we not going to get arrested for this? And he was like, it'll be fine. And that was the end of the dream. So weird. So weird. Yeah, just an extra couple of kids. It's fine. Ryan's what, like 12, 13? I don't know. Yeah. Hold space. You're being adopted. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I once had a dream where I found a secret old tunnel under my house that led into the nearby mountains. It was pretty cool and spooky, but man, a few hours felt like days. Yeah. Isn't that so weird when you have a dream that feels like it went on for so long? I have finding hidden rooms or passages in my home dreams often. This was the first time I dreamed about the house that we're in, which was kind of fun. Which was kind of fun. The house that almost all of my dreams take place in is Tiri's house from when we were kids. I don't know why. I apparently just loved that house. I've talked about this before. Most of my dreams, at some point, I will wind up in that house. Maybe there's something suspicious about it. I don't think so. I think I just really loved it. Okay, one sec. We're gonna do this again. I'm gonna run some more ads because it's gonna try to run ads anyway. And I'm gonna order myself food really quick because I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I'm just gonna order some food for myself. Let's see. What have we got? I just want a burger. Anybody got a burger for a guy in need? There is a burger place that's also a kebab shop because they all are. Because that's normally the case. That's okay, though. Let's see. Kidnapping makes you tired. I'm not tired because of that. Silly. Oh, yeah? Their veggie burger looks real good. I just can't imagine. Normally, with a kebab place that also sells burgers, the burger is like there isn't a whole lot going on there. This place has a plant-based burger. The picture looks really good. Am I being conned? Or is it actually good? I'm going to try it. We're going to find out. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I can dance, I can dance, I can dance. Watch me dance, dance the night away. Da 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 Okay. All right. I think we're good. Absolutely conned. It's 100% a corn microwave burger. Oh my gosh. I like corn stuff though, so if it is, it's fine. All right, we'll see. We'll see. All right, 2 more minutes of people in ad hell. Watch me dance. Sorry. It's stuck in me brain now. Hee hee hoo hoo. Stuck in my brain now. Hee hee hoo hoo. Stuck in my brain now. Hee hee hoo hoo. Yeah, it takes a while. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, we don't live near anything. So, if places are willing to deliver, I'm not expecting things to show up piping hot or to show up quick at all. That's just how it go though, and that's fine. I chose to live out here. I made the choice. So it's fine. Mm-hmm. 30 minutes. 30 minutes. 30 seconds. And then the ad break is done. Nope. Sam's still gone. Yeah, I mean, unless you're near a major town, you probably don't have a lot of delivery options. So we're good. We're goog. Bam. I had a lot of fun playing Apex last night. I was sponsored. This is your heads up. I'm biased. I was sponsored. They paid me money. But I had a lot of fun playing Apex last night. I did sing during the ad break. Were you not there for the dance? Dance the night away. Yeah. It would have been cool if one of my buds was free to play avec moi, but it's okay. We still had a nice time. We still hyped up complete strangers, and that's what it's all about. Watch me dance. Dance the night away. Smiley dappy boop bobby doop bobby dobby boop. We're having a really hard time getting a barn cat. Those of you who are asking about the barn cat, we're having a really hard time getting a barn cat, and I don't know why. Because all of the shelters that we've contacted anywhere near us, we're fully like, yeah, if we find a feral cat that we know is not going to be socialized to live in a house with people, we'll fix them, we'll give them to you, and they can be your barn cat. We're like, great. Nothing's happened so far. Yeah, I mean, like, if the tomcat that they were talking about before. So last time that we talked about this, I was saying that one of the shelters we had called was like, there's a tomcat in a village nearby that's apparently been causing havoc. So, you know, when we get that cat and make sure that, you know, he's taken care of and neutered and, you know, not sick, we'd love to give him to you. And that did not pan out. And maybe he was sick. Maybe there was other stuff that needed to go on with that. But we've been like, man, maybe we got to wait for spring. I don't know. But yeah, my mother-in-law was at our house. I was chatting with her, and she looked at Sherlock and Watson and was like, you guys are freeloaders. Okay. We need you to have a career change here. Well, keep in mind, we're just in a huge cluster of farms out here. So, It's not just us calling up being like, hey, you got a farm cat for us, So it's fine. Mm-hmm. They know to call us. They know to call us if something comes about. But yeah, dude, we've been trying all of the remedies we can think of. Everything that we read, we try, and these rats are just like. I'm sorry, you thought we didn't like peppermint? They're like vampires. It feels like vampires, and we're holding up crosses, and they're like, "Oh, is that a cross? That's so cute." We're not looking for a cat. We're looking for a cat that cannot be an indoor cat. We're looking to rescue a cat that nobody's going to be able to take in to be a house cat. That is our specific ask, is like, we want a cat that is used to being outside, that is an adult, that is gonna thrive being on a farm and being left to just do his job, which is to chase rats. So yeah, a cold hard killer. Yeah, we need a cat who's been around the block a few times, Yes, of course. Yeah. I mean, whatever cat we wind up with is not going to have a reason to stick with us if we're not taking care. It'll still be our cat. So, yeah, we're the old pig house. We're turning into a nice little cozy cat apartment. We will feed the cat. We'll make sure that the cat has everything that they need. But we're not expecting that this cat is going to want to hang out with us at all. That's kind of the point, is that we are a home option for a cat that can't live in a house with people, So, yeah. When did you move to live on a farm? Last spring, was it? Or beginning of summer? Something like that. What's hilarious is we have two dogs that are definitely mostly Dachshund, right? They are ratting dogs. but they've never been trained to do it. So they smell the rats, they find where the rats are, they get really excited, and then nothing happens. They're domesticated. They don't know what to do. They get up to a certain point, and then they're like, and now what? My mother-in-law keeps being like, man, it's very funny to have two dogs that have been bred to do this exact thing, and to know that they cannot do the job. They can't do it, Nancy was talking about that. Nancy was like, another animal that they used to use to find rats is ferrets, which we also have. Yeah, and now you pet me and you give me a big hug and tell me I did a good job, and we do. We did it, guys. We found the rats. Yeah. Anyway. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to eat. I hope this isn't a disappointing burger. I'll be so sad. I just want this burger to be delicious. Is that so much to ask? Ba, 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 ba. What, the ferrets? The ferrets live outside. They're in like a big hutch. They've got like a ferret hotel that my sister-in-law built for them. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Have you guys seen the video? Have you guys seen the video where there's a mouse in the middle of a living room and 3 cats just sitting there staring at it? And the owner's like, guys, what is going on here? The mouse isn't running. The mouse is not scared. The cats aren't doing anything. It's just like, what is happening? Oh my gosh, we got bored of bad burgies. We ended up buying some flash frozen ones and we make them at home. That's the way. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like we shook on it. we can't chase the mouse. We shook on it. That's interesting. Someone said the rats won't like the smell of cat pee. I wonder if I could swap to a litter that would break. I mean, I use a clay-based litter currently. But I'm like, could we just be sprinkling cat litter in the spots that we know they're coming out from? Yeah. I'm just kind of wondering if I put like a tray, if I put a tray litter box in the same room with like a more natural sort of litter. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want it to be something that like one of the other animals could potentially get like poisoned by, you know? So I'm like, if it's like weird wood chip litter or something like that, which I know exists, I could spread that around without a guilty conscience, you know? You can get the pellets they use for horse bedding and stuff. Oh, yes, that's a good idea. There's pellets like that people use on the bottoms of their coops as well because they like break down. Maybe I could double duty this. You know what? It's worth a try. Fuck it. I'll try it. Why not? Anywho, we can talk about a different thing. We don't have to keep talking about rats. This has been a somewhat cursed stream. I'm realizing the sort of subject matter that we've talked about today. I love rats. They're very smart and cute. Big fan. Sorry, not to talk about animals some more. All I was going to say is the chickens are laying so many eggs. It's awesome. I keep having, like, I'm at the point now already where I'm like, who can I give these to? It's great. Highly recommend. Chickens are great. But you know, oh my gosh, I passed down the curse though. You know how I have that jacket, and I was saying that that some people in the family call it my egg jacket because I had put an egg in the pocket and something smashed into the pocket and broke the egg, and I didn't realize, and then took the jacket off, and the egg just solidified in the pocket. Clark and I went to open up the coop and collect the eggs. And she was like, can I hold one? I want to put one in my pocket. And I was like, you have to remember it's there. You have to remember it's there. When we get in the house, I need you to immediately go to the bowl we put the eggs in and put the egg in the bowl. She was like, got it. Fast forward like 5 hours or something. And my mother-in-law comes in with her jacket soaking wet and is like, I tried to wash it. The egg burst in the pocket. I was like, no! Of course it did. Of course it did. Thank you for washing it. I appreciate that very much. Yeah. That's okay. Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Midnight Lily, welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you very much. Made a pocket omelet. Yeah. Exactly. Are you planning on continuing Prince of Persia this week? Yeah, I started to play it yesterday and then stopped myself because I was like, I should probably check in with people and see if they want to keep playing this with me. Here's the issue. We are 30% of the way through that game. There's so much left of that game. So, yeah. If you guys want to buckle up and keep playing it, a la Lies of P, I'm fine with that. We can turn it into like a once a week continue playing situation. We're committed to the ride. I remember the times of Oily Tim. I love a long series. Okay. Okay. We'll do it. Do, Lies of P, Prince of Persia. Yes. Lies of P was very fun. And I gotta figure out the mystery. The Prince of Persia mystery, dude. You're really good at Metroidvania games. I would watch. Thanks. I also opened up the game, and one of the reasons I stopped was because I remembered we were at a boss fight, and I was like, I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy right now. I feel like there's an element to the Prince of Persia game that feels sort of inspired by Hades. And it's not the art style, but like the way that they're treating like the characters in the game, I think it feels kind of Hades-ish, you know? Because I had said, for any of you who haven't played the new Prince of Persia game, it's a Metroidvania. It's a side-scrolling Metroidvania, and it's very fun. And it's got a ton of characters in it. And I had said early on, like, man, I'm really excited that they've, like, incorporated so many characters that are, like, going into the Metroidvania with us, the dungeon crawly aspect of the game with us. And, like, when story beats happen and we check in with those characters and stuff, it's really cool. That has felt very Hades to me. Ba ba ba, ha ba ba, ha ba ba. Dance, dance the night away. Hi, Lamia. Smurby derp and doop um poppy doop poppy uppy dop. Why is that song stuck in my head? I have no idea. I do not know. Somebody was asking what's coming out this week.
Well, we can look.
Like I said, we're continuing Bokura and then starting Bread and Fred, assuming we finish Bokura tomorrow with Summer. So that's the plan for Monday. What's happened to me? There we go. Kashmir is the name of the other one. Nancy specified those are the names that the sheep came with. But I think they're very cute. Coco and Kashmir. Okay. Da 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 I need to do Escape Simulator again. Little Guardsman looked really cute. So we might look at that. I don't know how long that's meant to be. But also... What else? What's coming out? Oh, Legendary Hoplight's coming out. We did a sponsored stream for that forever ago, I think. Wait, was it a sponsored stream or did we just play it in a demo day? Oh my gosh, I can't even remember now. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, when does Rebirth come out? Got it next month. Oh, nice. Oh, yes. Next Fest. Mm-hmm. Hold up. Yes, you're absolutely right. And that's also reminding me, I think I have... Oh, on the 6th. Okay, so 2 Mondays from now, I have a sponsored stream for a game called Clem. And another one on Valentine's Day. Perfect. Waluigi #1. Oh no, Arnar. I'm a Wario and I'm a gonna win. Wario and I'm a gonna win. Cool. Edit. You already edited it. Amazing. It's with K's instead of C's. There we go. Yeah, I was surprised too. Yeah, we can see if Next Fest is starting, what, it's supposed to start on Friday? Where do you find that out? I know, I was literally just thinking that, like, oh my God, it's going to be February halfway through this week. That's bonkers. February 5th through February 12th at 10 a.m. Pacific. 7 days, hundreds of demos, hours of developer live streams. Sorry for the gaps. That's okay. I assume you copy pasted it. Cool. Okay. Watch me dance. Okay. February 5th. Cool. Okay, so yeah, literally starting. Oh, the 6th is Tuesday. So literally starting that Monday. We've got one full week and then we can do demos um that whole week. That'll be fun. Smap ba da ba be doop doo da. Dop dop doop deep doop deep. I need to get it out. No, I'm done with that song. I can't do it. So man, that song is truly infecting me. Yikes. No. No more. Have any of you guys played? There's an RPG called Little Monster Detectives. Have any of you guys played this? It's apparently like huge in France. I had never heard of it, but it's apparently like really good for little kids. Like it's a really good like first RPG for little kids. Yeah, Little Monster Detectives is a pen and paper role-playing game for kids. It's about the Monster Detective Agency, children and grown-ups that investigate mysterious monster mischief. Simple and scalable rules and different game modes. Little Monster Detectives wishes to be the first role-playing game for your kids. It's a game for children, specifically a game to play with children. You love reading stories to your kids. You know how they like to question other aspects of the story and imagine different outcomes. They want to be involved and change the ending and imagine what will happen next. They are natural-born role-playing gamers. You can play Little Monster Detectives with children 5 years or older. There are different rules and game mechanics to play with the youngest ones, who tend to have a shorter attention span and limited numeric comprehension. But older children, on the other hand, can take on the role of the senior detective. I'm really curious about this game. It looks really cute. I helped a friend run No Thank You Evil for his kids before. That was another one that was recommended to me, and they liked it. Yeah, it's a pen and paper RPG. Cool. Yeah. I've been looking at a bunch of different systems because I'm trying to figure out what I want to use for Peppa. And a lot of kids' systems are already built in with like, you're a cute animal. So I keep looking at kids' systems for two reasons. In case I want to use them for Peppa. And also because I think my kid would really love an RPG that was like more geared towards kids. They loved it. His only complaint was it only came with 3 prepped scenarios. By the end of it, his kids were hooked on it, and he didn't have time to start making his own stuff. Honestly, that's amazing. when the complaint is, my kids adored it. There just wasn't enough of it already ready to go. You know, that's a good recommendation, honestly. Oh my gosh, my food's almost here. I'm so excited. I'll probably wrap up in a minute so I can eat and then pull those staples out. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. I said this yesterday, but I wasn't here. I was kind of MIA for a couple of days. We had a situation with our kiddo that is fine. Everybody's fine. Everybody's safe. I just needed to like prioritize being a mom. But everything should be back to normal starting this week. I say that all the time and then something goes hinky, but you guys are always really good about it and I appreciate that. So thank you for your patience. But I want to know how the burger is. Oh my gosh, that's so true. That's so fair. I'll wait until the burger's here and then I'll take a bite and then we'll find out how the burger is. And then we'll say bye. What if it's bad and we end on a sad note? It won't be a sad note because I'll still have food, you know? Or you could post a review on Discord. Either way. Here, I'll start reading the activity feed. Raid leader's open if somebody wants to snag it. I don't know what happened, but we have a huge backlog of Valentines. I don't know why I wasn't seeing those before. I have some from like days ago, but we have one from today from Kitten that says, going through multiple sclerosis treatment right now. Steroids are a wacky time. And I wanted to say thank you. Thank you for having such a warm, caring, safe place to be for a little while and hear fun Clarky stories or DIY projects or whatever. A wholesome community of loving, caring people. It helps so much. I love you all. I hope your today is better than your yesterday and your tomorrow is even better. What a sweet message, Kitten. I hope you're doing okay. I hope everything's going fine. I know. What a sweet message. 18 hours ago. Nope. Incorrect. Okay. Ampsand, thank you for the 107. Nachos for the 68. Dr. Jazzfist for the 76. Hazrar for the 82. Ine for the 30. Giddy Goose for the 2. Arnar for the 98. Catus Megas for the 47. Fatal for All for the 95. Rolock, welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you so much. Macarim for the 3. The Clown for the 4. iCal for the 3. Midnight Lily for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you. Barry Kato for the 40. Knighthood for the 6. Ape Raw for the 67. Stoob for the 116. What's up, bud? And Linny Dota for the 17. Thank you guys so much. Now the question is, do I stick around until my food's here so that I can take a bite on stream and then immediately end? I will. Yeah, I'll wait. I'll wait. One sec. I'll be right back. I was recommended this channel, and I gotta say it's comfy here. Recommended by Twitch or by a friend. Either way, we're delighted that you're here. I'm sorry that the stream is ending. I'm glad you had a nice time. Hold on. My food. burger. It's thick, which is a really good sign, because normally kebab shop burgers are thin, tiny babies. Okay, it's a plant-based burger. Keep that in mind. Bite. That's pretty good. It all turned out fine. We did it, gang. We didn't have a raid leader, though. Hold on. Let's see. Who should we go say hi to on this lovely Sunday? The weather is beautiful outside here. I'm so happy. I'll send you guys to Amazonian. There you go. Have fun. I'll see you guys around. I'll see you on Monday. Summer and I are going to finish Bokura. It should be fun. All right. See you then. Bye-bye.